What is up, everybody? Ginger Daily number 14 today. I think it's 14. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Today we have more subscriber analysis. We're going to be doing Falco versus Yoshi today, which I think should be pretty interesting. I already watched most of this VOD so far. By the way, this is the Falco is Toucan playing against the Yoshi PK. So those are the names I'm going to be using. But I'm excited to talk about this matchup a little bit. It's an interesting one, and I feel like it's one that a lot of Falco players have a hard time just thinking through generally, because you have to play it a little bit differently than you would kind of some other standard matchups. Because if you really think about it, the Fox and Marth matchup, although I would say they are very different, a lot of like your basic tools in neutral and the way they function are kind of the same, right? Well, you use laser to stop them from dashing so much. You use your aerials to like pressure their shield once you've got them in the corner. There are like a lot of things that kind of just function in every matchup, right? All of your ground mix-ups are kind of the same. A lot of those are kind of nullified by a few of Yoshi's options. The way he's able to be on a platform, his parry obviously makes fighting him on the ground slightly different, so you don't want to do so many reactable things when you jump at him. I really think that this matchup is kind of built off of doing unconventional things. And then the other part of this matchup that I like to talk about is how you want to aggress on Yoshi, but you want to take space aggressively and then use your defensive options to wall him out, because Yoshi is a very limited character when it comes to like ground mobility. So he's almost always going to have to jump at you. And if he's going to have to jump at you, your back air is generally going to win and beat out anything he does. So I'm excited to take a look at this, and we'll see how it goes. Battlefield, I don't know if this is part of a set or anything, but this whole video is just one game, so we don't have to talk about stage too much. But I actually like this stage against Yoshi. Just a friendly. Okay, perfect. So starting off on Yoshi or on Battlefield, I kind of like. So Yoshi can kind of hit you like all up in this area with like double jump off. So I don't love doing short hop off laser, fast fall laser. I actually like shooting short hop laser, drop through laser here. Kind of weird, but I like to do it. You're not going to get a meaningful opening anyway. You do drop down laser, essentially the same thing. But if you see, you might have actually been able to actually hit him with a laser because he just sat there for a little bit. Okay, so this is the first thing that I like to talk about is Yoshi's threat ranges. So this is a classic thing that Yoshis will do where they run off the platform and then double jump fair. So you have to imagine that they're covering this space right here. So I really like that you backed off into the corner, but you weren't actually close enough to like punish, close enough, or you didn't react quickly enough to actually punish this landing here. And there's actually a trick Yoshi can do where I think he can auto cancel this forward air. If I remember correctly, Leffen was showing me something like this for people to for Yoshis to be able to approach the corner more quickly. I don't think he did that here. I'm not certain. But essentially, if you know that this is his limited range from the top platform, you should be, once you see him falling, you should expect this and try to whiff punish. Pretty important. You were late here, and it's pretty meaningful. Because this could have been an opening for him. And what you see when Yoshi's crouched like this means that they want to parry or crouch cancel, right? Almost all the time it means they want to parry. So jumping in with early aerial is the exact thing that you do not want to do against Yoshi. This is the thing that's going to get you killed. No laser in here beforehand. So it's tricky to actually try and hit him here anyway because he's going to be mobile. You managed to catch him out of the air. He actually could have gotten his shield up anyway because you caught him out of the air. So not only did this down air not beat the parry and maybe not even beat the crouch cancel at 0, but also didn't actually function as something that would beat him out of the air anyway. Because if you look, he actually lands at the same time as you. You're in 9 frames of lag and he's in 4. And he tries to dash back there, but gets hit by the shine. So if you're even going to be approaching Yoshi like this, Nair is kind of like the option. But I actually prefer Tomahawk Shine. So I actually think that Tomahawk Shine is an incredibly useful tool against Yoshi, especially when you get the visual cue that they're crouching. So it takes them out of double jump if they try to immediate double jump. It beats parry because they will press and then release, and then they're coming out of their egg because they had to press it for the timing of your aerial. And once you land, you hit them with the shine, and then it's a full combo. So if you get a full combo off of this opening where Yoshi's trying to parry just by doing some like anti-meta thing, it's really, really good. You said Tomahawk Shine is a fun option. True. Not only fun, it's very, very useful as a timing mix-up to beat a lot of Yoshi's options. It's actually, I think it's really important as one of your approaching options. I would say it's more important in this matchup than any short hop aerial. Well, short hop late aerial and maybe short hop like zoning aerial are both really good. But like if you ever do short hop high aerial like this, a lot of times against most characters, you do this to stuff them if they're trying to move out of shield or something, right? You're trying to cover them acting quickly. Against Yoshi, he just eats this for breakfast, right? He's either going to crouch cancel, he's either going to parry, he's either going to double jump armor and then hit you. And if he shields this too, he can instant roll away, and you don't get nearly as much frame advantage on that that you do against other characters. So this honestly is not that useful. You said the same applies for approaching laser shine. I'm trying not to look at the chat too much, but for those of you who aren't watching live, you guys can't see the chat. Toucan, the person I'm analyzing for right now, is actually in the chat, so I'm actually only going to respond to him. You said same applies for approaching laser shine, so they can still parry and then immediate nair the laser, and so they're generally going to be doing a timing that covers most laser timings, or most like meta laser timings with like an early fast fall. But if you actually just don't fast fall and then late laser, sometimes that's useful as well. But I think that the Tomahawk Shine is like effective enough. The laser doesn't do enough against Yoshi for it to actually matter. It doesn't beat his double jump, and he's going to be immediate double jumping if he's even coming from the ground anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So I think that approaching laser shine is good, but I think the Tomahawk Shine is just very, very good because you give them the visual cue that you're jumping in, and then they put up their shield to attempt to power shield or parry, and then you just get the immediate opening. So this comes into a thing. This was actually kind of a decent combo. Right here, you should have like recognized that you weren't gonna have enough time to do anything. If he's just shield drop up air immediate, you're probably gonna get hit, and then it's just chip damage. But I would have put up my shield here just because you can recognize that the combo is gonna be over. I don't mind this down air, although you should know that you're not gonna be able to directly combo. So comboing Yoshi is like I was talking about at the very beginning of this analysis, it's kind of like you have to play this matchup in a way that you don't play other matchups. Like this late down air, like this down air descending seems like, you know, if this was a Marth or something or a Sheik, like, oh, this is a combo. But it's actually very similar to Peach, where if you go for this immediate up tilt, you can get hit by this double jump fair. If he actually did like double jump fair descending, like on top of you. And it just straight up like beats out your up tilt most of the time, if not all the time. Depending on the spacing, it probably trades. And depending on the spacing, if you're like under him on this side or whatever, you probably just hit him. But the way that this combo usually functions is that you do, it's classic. If we took a combo like this and put it on FD, you know, you go for this up tilt, you get fared, grab, down throw, up air, up air, up air, up air, nair, down smash. And it's like, okay, well, that's dumb. So don't try to overextend on your combos. Right here, either put up your shield or do a fadeaway auto cancel back air. And then just like say that the combo's over. Treat it like Peach, because like there are times where Peach, you down air her, she just floats, you up tilt, she fares you. It's very similar against Yoshi. Approaching the side platform incorrectly, you have to think about this matchup in non-meta ways. I know I'm going very slow with this analysis, but it's just a lot of interesting things to point out. Tomahawk Shine here as well would be very effective. Tomahawk Shine is very good for dealing with Yoshi on side platforms and allows you to jump away immediately if you want. And they have to directly read your timing if they want to hit you. This is very easy for them to beat. I like that down air. Careful just rushing in again with the early aerial on Yoshi. I don't know if this was necessarily what you exactly wanted to do. You guys kind of get into a scuffle after that. So you're approaching with early aerial is the third time now, I think, right? You get this right here. You have to think, you're not going to shield poke Yoshi. The cool thing about this fair in other matchups is that you shield poke characters. This is just going to get you hit. So if you are going to poke at Yoshi, so I know I'm saying Tomahawk Shine a lot, but the really interesting thing that I find working against Yoshis most of the time on platforms is not like short hop aerial or shine waveland shine or anything. It's full hop waveland down shine, which is just a really, really good timing mix-up. You said Shineland grab question mark. I like where the thought process is, but the Shineland grab is much too slow to beat Yoshi's options. So as you jump at them, that's their visual cue to like shield drop after you do an option. But your option is Waveland in the thing that I'm describing, and then you shine them, and then they get hit. And it either takes them out of their double jump and they fall to the ground, or it just hits them straight up during the shield drop animation, and then you get full combo, right? I swear to God, Tomahawk Shine is very useful. And you just have to think about anti-meta things, things that you generally wouldn't do in other matchups. I like that up tilt a lot. You get caught here a little bit. Again, like shield to shield situation right here, you have to think, okay, so one interesting thing, I don't know if everybody knows this, so I'm just going to mention it. Yoshi does take shield hit lag, but does not take shield hit stun. So essentially, Yoshi is able to move out of shield very, very, very quickly after you hit Yoshi's shield. Much more quickly than other characters are able to move after you hit them. So like, if he actually gets the timing correctly on a shield to shield like situation like this, especially because you have so much landing lag after the fair, he probably could have hit you in time here. But that's okay. Also, this video is not 60 FPS, so don't be weirded out by that. Also, okay, so this actually comes up a couple times a little bit later. I love this, by the way. I want to point out that you did something very well here. So you aggressed on the space and then used defensive options to wall Yoshi out. I love using back air against Yoshi in the corner. Now, the bad thing here is you only want to grab the ledge if Yoshi literally cannot make it past the ledge with their double jump. If they can make it past the ledge with their double jump, there are too many mix-ups for you to actually pay attention to. Then they'll be able to downbeat a ledge early if they want. They can like jump here, air dodge back. They can waveland side platform. They can air dodge on. They can aerial straight through. There's like a lot of things you have to worry about, and grabbing ledge limits you from actually being able to contest those sorts of things, especially at percents where Yoshi's over 100. I know for certain that over 100, your strong back air is going to knock Yoshi out of double jump. Actually, I shouldn't say I know for certain. It's around 100 where your back air knocks Yoshi out of double jump armor. So once they're over 100, you just start whipping those back airs out, man. Don't be afraid of Yoshi recovering ever once they're over 100. You're not going to get counter hit. You just back air, you space it, they fly out of their double jump. You generally get a second hit. Make sure you're contesting Yoshi there. Okay, it's a little risky. This is fine. I would like to see you shoot more lasers to establish some control on the ground before you're going in too. I feel like that was like the second laser that you've shot. Keep in mind that like laser is the best neutral tool in the game. So he missed his parry and his power shield there, so that ended up working out pretty well for you. Be very careful doing double laser from the ledge against Yoshi. Be very careful. Very, very, very careful. Something that's really good is laser land on side platform from the ledge. So just like double jump, laser, land, side platform. So you just shoot one laser and then get your shield up and then maneuver from there. Yoshi has a very hard time covering that because almost every Yoshi is just going to crouch here and then down tilt you for doing these double lasers and then you're dead. I don't know why he jumped here, but you know, whatever. This is double laser from the ledge is almost never a good idea against Yoshi. It's just not good. So be very careful. Even aerial from the ledge is not that good. Side B from the ledge, funnily enough, is actually pretty good against Yoshi. Especially because they're trying to contest so close to you. Now, you're kind of reaching for the kill here, it seems. Like with these up smashes, maybe that could have worked or something. But you just have to like tap him one more time and he's dead. You don't have to commit like this, and you left yourself vulnerable. Double jump into this. I remember how this stock ends. It's super weird. Yeah, you mess up your recovery, he messes up his edge guard, and you both die. Yeah, not a lot to analyze there, but just avoid situations. This is a problem I run into a lot when I analyze low and mid-level Falcos, is that once you have people at like 180, then they start whipping out the forward smashes. Then they start whipping out the up smashes. It's just like, what? Why? Like, you maybe at like 90 or something, or maybe like 70 where the forward smash could kill, and it's like, you know, you're not going to die if you do it. It's like, no. This is where you do your laser forward tilts. This is where you just laser grab. This is where you just, you know, you tap them, laser jab. Don't go for heavy commitments. You can literally play a zoning game. You can just play with control, play with low commit things that are very extremely high risk. Extremely high reward, extremely low risk. So just catch yourself kind of grasping at the kill too much. I actually like the grab a lot. The laser going the wrong direction didn't matter that much, but that's okay. Use the laser down tilt as a kill move. I don't love laser down tilt in this matchup, but I actually see you go for it later on in this set. But yeah, we'll talk about it when we get there. Be very careful. As Falco, as a general rule, you never want to be on this side of your opponent. You always want to be the one closer to center stage. And I know that this was a tech flip, but you have to be pretty careful. So that's okay. Back air here, be very careful. I actually, when Yoshi's double jumping like this, I actually just like to let him land on the side platform and then just go for an up air. Because you definitely he could have just nared here. So be a little careful, because the chip damage is exactly what Yoshi wants. He wants to outlast you and trade hits and then turn them into bigger hits for him. So be very, very, very careful. I like the up tilts. Fade in auto cancel back air at low percent is not very good. So first of all, if Yoshi's crouching, your auto cancel back air won't even hit him, I don't think. It might weak hit if you like drift super into him or something. That's a bad habit of mine. It's a bad habit of every Falco's. But it's very similar to when you were doing high early aerials at the very beginning of the match, right? Any rising aerial at like 0 to like 25 or whatever is just like pretty bad. And do you die for it? No. But you could have died. Oh man, this is a lot of corner pressure. So something I just want to point out really quickly. Is that essentially all of this happened because you committed super hard in the corner and then you stayed there. Like I said, I like to pressure Yoshi. I just like to back up to center and then just like keep shoving and zoning. I feel like you kept yourself in a position where you were like still in the corner. And then look at you. Like I said, as a general rule, you want to avoid you being the one closer to the corner if you can help it. And you see you're at 0. He didn't hit you here. So why are you there? You have to think about that, right? Position matters. And then, yeah, down tilt's very scary. If he hit that forward air into down tilt, you could have died. If you hit that down tilt on your double laser, you could have died. So there's, or not double laser, short hop laser, you could have died. I actually really like forward smash in this matchup. You do it at kind of an unconventional time here that I don't necessarily love, because you did it after the short hop down air and he tried to parry but messed up. And then he like parried but double jumped. Is very weird. Maybe he was trying to L cancel an aerial actually. And he press shield, release shield. I very much like this whiff punish, though. That was really, really good. So that was a nice way to work out of the corner. Now, like I said, you're doing like a lot of laser, or not even laser, into high approaching aerial. This doesn't need to happen. What's the reward? The risk is that you get parry nared, and then you're off stage, and then you die, or parry up aired, and then you're in a combo. There's like a billion things that are really bad. What's the reward? You got 10%. It's like the high aerials against Yoshi is really not that effective. So this is a position that I want to talk about quickly as well. We also saw the top platform to here again, and it didn't seem like you were prepared for it. But also, so Yoshi can contest. A lot of times I talk about being off center against Marth so that you're outside of his threat range when he's on a side platform. Yoshi's threat range is all of this. All of this right here. So even off center right here is not good enough. Generally, you need to back up even farther. And so what ends up happening is you either take a bad risk moving in with something and then get nicked, or, and like luckily this worked out for you, or you back off to the other side platform. Not on it, but underneath it. And you shoot some lasers, Yoshi ends up coming to the ground, and then you play some mix-ups. But it's kind of on them to come to the ground, and you have percent lead anyway. This guy was going to have to land. And most people don't just wave land on side platforms for 8 minutes anyway, so... just make sure that you're backing out of their threat range and keeping that range in mind. To beat egg stall, you can do dash attack into the corner. It's kind of complicated, so I don't know exactly how to show you. But dash attack to trade with the egg or just beat it on startup is very, very good. Yeah, because this is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. So we got to be thinking back air here. We gotta. So it can't be down air. Back air off stage is how you're going to get your kill here. And then he's at 100, and here you are whipping your F smash. Ah, no, this is exactly what I talked about. Be very careful. When you have a high percent, 2 back airs, he's dead. All right, 2 back airs, he's dead. So, like, I like the concept here of, like, zoning and walling, but, like, I don't know if you missed your L cancel, if you, like, this was very slow. And you definitely didn't have to, again, be in the corner against him. Like, back air, you could have, it was super slow. But That's okay. And then you give up the ground because I think that you flubbed. Back air here, he's dead. Nice. So, but you see how, like, the back airs are what ended up killing him. So you got to be really careful committing that hard against Yoshi. You got to full grab into a combo. Messed up tech skill. Like I said, side B from the ledge is actually very good against Yoshi. Be very careful. A lot of people could watch this back and think, oh, wow, sharp auto cancel back air worked. That's nice. He's actionable, like, here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He just crouches for no reason. I guess he wasn't ready for it or didn't react properly to this auto cancel back air happening. But like, you're not supposed to. And he ended up trying to shield grab you. Like, this is not a situation where you should be getting a shine. A lot of people would look at this and be like, oh yeah, nice. And Mango gets openings off this back air all the time. And I feel like a lot of people could watch Mango and be like, oh yeah, nice. I'll just do auto cancel back air shine. Nice. But it really doesn't work that often. You should have been dead, but that's okay. Let me just see why. So again, you cross up into the corner. Just pay attention. I know this is a little thing, and like in this situation, it maybe even is justifiable because you got so much damage off the fair, but you can pull back this fair. You really got to be careful committing this hard into the corner because you should have died. And you should have died a couple times at this point, but that's okay. And again, okay. So here's just another thing that I just want to mention if I wasn't clear about it before. You shouldn't be going for heavy commitments if he is at high percent or if you are at high percent. You need clean hits here. Like up smash isn't gonna do it for you. You're gonna end up trading. You're gonna end up dying, or you're gonna end up getting whiff punished and then die. Let me just see this really quick. Not the best recovery, not the best edge guard from him either, though. And then we finally see this early aerial with no laser in front of it getting punished like it should. So if this was a Tomahawk Shine, you down air him on top platform, shine off the top, he's dead. That's like, there's a couple DI mix-ups in there. But you either get full combo, you get a tech chase opportunity on a platform no matter what. Tomahawk Shine, very good. Very, 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 very good. And you can, like, see, he's just sitting here crouching, which makes the parry easier. So, like, this is what he is going to do. There's no mix-up. When Yoshi is sitting there crouching, they never do anything else. They're looking for a parry. Yeah. I really like the back air idea, but you're fading in. You want to zone him out, right? So, like, here you are, like, zoning in, or fading in. You want to zone out. Because as soon as you have Yoshi in this position, especially in shield, he has to, like, roll into you, release shield, do something incredibly slow, or, like, release shield, jump out. So, like, he has to, like, go into your back air somehow, or your back air has, like, no risk. It's very good. Okay. Yeah, so this is another thing, unconventional option that would have been good. Again, full hop waveland side platform into shine. Or you just want to do fade away aerial. You want to do something with no risk here. Because essentially what you're doing with this is saying, I want to call out the exact timing of your shield drop. That's the only thing that this beats. And if you feel that confident about it, you're crazy. Because Yoshi never has to worry about being shield poked, so they're never going to, like, feel pressured to actually, like, shield drop immediately. And they are very good at shield drop aerialing down. So you directly get punished for this. Be very careful. Either do something safe with, like, a shine jump away or a waveland down shine as your, like, primary mix-up. That should be the primary mix-up. Or do an aerial fade to, like, top platform or something. That, like, direct call out is, like, almost never going to work. We see laser down tilt here. I just want to say that, like, laser down tilt wouldn't have even killed. So what Armada says, and this rule isn't always true, but it's something that you can attempt to follow, is that if it doesn't kill or combo, there's no reason to do it. And as we saw, the laser down tilt didn't actually even work out, which is unfortunate. Oh, we crossed up into the corner. We didn't punish the roll correctly, but that's okay. Do we reach a little extra? Yeah, so this is a classic Yoshi thing. So you have to see after they roll. So this allows them to be out of shield. Here's an interesting thing nobody really thinks about. So when Yoshi is in shield, he's actually starting roll immediately with probably a buffered roll. But when Yoshi is in shield, let's just imagine he's not rolling here. In order to get out of shield, he has to either spot dodge, release shield, or roll. Is that it? Is that all he has? Yeah. So he has to either release shield, spot dodge, or roll, all of which take a good amount of time. Now, the interesting thing that a lot of people don't think about is that immediately after a roll, he is in his egg like the whole time, right? But as soon as he ends the roll, he is no longer in shield. He can just act immediately. So a lot of people tried to commit on him out of his roll, but now he has access to his tilts again. So this is very different of a situation, right? So after Yoshi rolls, which a lot of times is happening more quickly than it generally does in other matchups, because you end up hitting his shield, he immediately rolls, which wasn't necessarily which this one is. When you hit a shield, he immediately rolls. A lot of Falcons will try to like turn around laser, but they didn't have enough time, and then they end up hitting you out of that, right? Yoshi roll confirmed busted. It actually is. But I mean, it's the same as other people's rolls, but the reason it's good is because Yoshi's shield stun is very, very good. No, I mean, you're actually... okay, I'm not going to talk to the chat, sorry. So Yoshi's roll is very, very useful for Yoshi. I'm not going to pretend like it's some amazing roll, but it's extremely useful for Yoshi, and there's no way that you can deny that. It's very, very, very good for Yoshi. Has a lot of utility in this matchup specifically, actually. So we see like an overcommitment right here on Yoshi. He has access to his tilts. It's something to pay attention to. Let me just see this real quick. So you're descending here. You avoid the egg, the double jump. Got to get back to the ground. Nice. I like that you shot a laser. Now, this was an interesting idea with the like, tomahawk wave dash back forward smash. The problem is it took too much time. I would have loved to see just like run up forward smash after the laser. I actually think that's a great idea against Yoshi. But you have to do options that like don't take this much time. Tomahawk shine, right? Super late aerial, super low laser with no fast fall or something. Just run up forward smash after the laser, because a lot of times they're going to try to be parrying afterwards, because the very meta thing is to do laser into early aerial, which gets beaten by the parry. So you laser and then forward smash, and forward smash from Falco is actually unreactable. I don't think there's like a person in the world that can consistently shield it in time. So that's when it's good. Doing something that takes this much time is just leaving yourself open. And a lot of times, like you're going to get shield grab from other characters for doing this, and you might think, well, Yoshi's grab is really slow. Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't experience shield stun, or shield hit stun, I should say. So he just immediate grabs out of that. That's actually a very interesting egg. That's actually a good punish, too. This is the second bad recovery that we've seen, though. Sorry. I'm not going to look at the chat. Sorry. So the second bad recovery we've seen, a shorten would be excellent here. I would have loved to see a shorten. Also, up B is very good against Yoshi. Up B and then recovering high is very difficult for Yoshi to deal with. Might have been trying to shorten. I do that a lot. Yeah, I think that shorten is just like broken against a lot of characters, but I would have liked to see you dip down a little bit lower regardless. And even if it was supposed to be a shorten, I would have liked to see... The only time I love shorten is when it's a mix-up. You can either shorten to ledge here or go to side B ledge cancel here. And that was not like the spacing that you had set up for yourself. Or I like when you go really low and then sweet spot low with the shorten. So unfortunately, it was like a bad spacing. It might have been a good idea to do the shorten, but I would have loved to see it set up a little bit better regardless. So something that I don't mind, that I actually think is decently low committal and pretty effective against Yoshi, is literally just spamming up tilt underneath them. A lot of times if you do this against Sheik, it was very, very effective in like 2015, 2016, 2017. But now Sheiks are starting to wave dash out of shield back air you for doing this. Yoshi can't wave dash out of shield back air you. So if you just spam up tilt, I think there's probably a timing where they could probably hit you. But if you're ASDIing down after your up tilts, like they hit you and then you hit them and then they die. So spamming up tilt underneath Yoshi is actually very, very good. And you have to be careful doing this auto cancel back air. It's something that I talk about pretty frequently. When you do auto cancel back air, you see your foot is here, your head is actually here. So if they choose to do an attack descending on top of you, your head actually just gets hit. All I'm trying to say is that auto cancel back airing the side platform, specifically on Yoshi or on Battlefield, is not very effective because it's not going to like hit them regardless. Now on Yoshi's, you have like a reason to do it because against a lot of characters, it's going to be able to hit, and also against a lot of characters, it's going to be able to shield poke. But even on Yoshi, it's not able to shield poke, so this is just not a great idea. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we see the lack of laser control, right? We could have seen a little bit of that there. Probably a tech flub as well. This is a very good punish from this Yoshi. Okay, good recovery. I just want to look at this really quickly. There's a lot of hesitation when you're like in these scramble situations. And I feel like just being a little bit more comfortable with character control in general could help you quite a bit. So just practicing like general movement or like movement out of these situations like this right here, you like hold shield, you fall off, and then you like hold shield, release shield, or like had analog to digital right here or something. So you like press shield again. It's like this was a situation where you could have rolled away. You easily could have like landed on the ground and then dashed away, but you just weren't prepared for it. And I think being ready for those sorts of things would be really good. Careful lasering against Yoshi in the corner. Something I actually really like against Yoshi is just full hopping out of the corner, especially on stages that have a top platform. We see the early auto cancel, or not early, but auto cancel back here, drift in here. He just goes for parry after the dash attack, which is good. Wow, that's troll. Careful with the recovery as well. You get hit off here, an immediate double jump aerial like this. When people slide off platforms, they love to immediate double jump afterwards. Pay attention to that and try to like instead think, okay, grab the ledge, work my way from there. Like I said, side B from the ledge, very good against Yoshi. Laser land, very good against Yoshi. Wave land on side platform, actually very good against Yoshi. Ledge dashing, obviously good too. But you have very good options against Yoshi on the ledge. So be very careful because that's kind of the thing that they're like waiting for. And then, yeah, just one more time here. Well, you definitely could have busted out of this earlier, which is a little unfortunate. Your mashing could have definitely been a lot better. The only thing that I'm going to say about this is that when you're in the egg, you can actually fast fall. So if you're off stage, just avoid moving your stick downwards when you're actually mashing, because that's a lot of times how they get their gimps. But on the stage, you just can spin it in a circle and mash out of this. There was no reason for you to really take that much damage or to get hit by that nair. So, yeah, we saw certain good things, like you approached the corner with back air a couple times, or approached Yoshi and aggressively took space and then walled out with back air a couple times. The edge guarding could have been a lot better, paying attention to percents, making sure that you're not grabbing the ledge at the wrong time could have been a lot better. Using more unconventional options instead of your early short hop aerials could have been very good. Shooting a lot more lasers. Shoot a lot more lasers. Not that they're that effective against Yoshi, but there are positions in which you're putting yourself in, like when you're in center stage. When you're like in this area and he can actually just attack you from here, where you should just be backing off and just lasering. It'll actually remind you to be a little bit more patient as well and like wait outside of their threat range so that you can go in with a whiff punish. It also gives them the illusion that they're going to be able to do something after they take your laser. A lot of Yoshis like try to power shield a laser, or they try to like take the laser and then crouch and then parry your thing. And it's like, well, they know this because most Falcos do laser into this timing of an aerial. So if you laser and don't do that timing of an aerial, they have no idea what to do. I don't think I've ever... okay, that's incorrect. I've played against Omson. He does some crazy shit. But any other Yoshi I've ever played before can't think past the literal level 1 mix-up. So if you just Tomahawk Shine, until I see... I get Omso with this too. Actually, I just think Tomahawk Shine is just very good against Yoshi, but all of them wait for the normal thing because every Falco thinks like, oh, Yoshi, bad character, I can just top tier my big aerials towards him. But that's just generally not how it functions. You have to think about the matchup a little bit differently. I also think that you could have grabbed a little bit more. I liked when you grabbed him a couple times. Overextensions happened quite a bit. You have to be very careful putting yourself in the corner. That's how Yoshi wins this matchup. When he's in the corner, he's struggling. When you're in the corner, he's very happy. So yeah, be careful in those situations. Toucan, if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me about this. We can even talk about it after the stream since you're in the chat right now. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.